in terms of, I started out in ministry with the choir, and I was just facing quite a lot of adversity in terms of not understanding where people's hurt was coming from in me being in the choir. I think, they just thought, you have all these things, you don't need to join the choir, and we're going to decide whether you're here or not. And I just enjoyed this time in the choir, but it was so fantastic for me. I think it's one of the greatest experiences I've learned, because whilst in that ministry, I birthed out a book that I didn't even know I was capable of birthing out. And, something that had been sitting in my head for 4 years came out in the space of 2 months, and it took like almost 8 months to edit. And whilst in that choir, I got the greatest ministry I think one can get, in terms of, I realized that I wanted to be a pastor, in terms of just pastoring people and preaching and sharing my knowledge and my word. And because, my background is law, and I have these skills, that I could use these skills in God's house. But apart from anything else, that I could get a rhema word, and I was getting a rhema word from God in order to confirm the passages that I was going to. And so sometimes our greatest endurance, our biggest public shame, should I say, in terms of the biggest embarrassment, can be our greatest joy, because if we endure the test of time, God is faithful, and He will ensure that we are covered. He will ensure that our shame will be our message. He will ensure that our mess will be our message, and He will give us beauty for ashes, as it states it, Isaiah 61 verse 3. So as we're going out this morning into our workplace to endure yet another week at work, and as we're coming from our homes, where our greatest battle may be with our partner, and as we're coming from church yesterday or on Sunday, where our greatest battle may be from other people within ministry, let us stand in confidence and faith that God will give us our biggest message from our biggest mess, in terms of, if hurting people are trying to hurt us, we will grow from that situation if we endure. We will learn from that situation if we endure. If in our sufferings comes the greatest endurance, the greatest character, and character produces hope, as Romans 5 states. And so, in being with other people, in being with other human beings, the inevitability is that we will face adversity. The inevitability is that we will face pain. And yet our God is a faithful God, because He will not leave us standing or to endure 1 second longer than we can take. And therefore, as we go out today, facing the most horrible boss, or facing a partner that it seems has come into our lives to just snatch our hope and our joy, let us be faithful that God will work out this situation in us, and work out the situation in our environment, and that we will be lights onto the world, because we will be God's beacons, and for people to see and know that there is truly indeed a God. So we are God's representatives on this earth. Therefore, I hope that you've been touched by this word this morning. My name is Amanda Clinton, on Our Father's House, building God's spiritual house by using a variety of platforms, including radio. And if you'd like to listen to this podcast as well as other podcasts, go onto my YouTube page, subscribe to my YouTube page, because I think I need more subscribers, which is Our Father's House Ghana. And you can go onto my Facebook page, which is Our Father's House Ghana Ministries. And from 5:45 from Monday to Friday, I'm here live in the studio. So do tune in and listen to an inspirational message based on the Word of God. And from Sunday, I have slightly longer sessions with you, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I deliver more a longer word, inspirational message based on the Word of God. And I'm going to start opening up the phone lines so that you can join in as well. I hope you have a fantastic morning, and that you truly have been blessed by this word today.